right, Josh Parcell joining us from College Football Country to talk Big Ten football. No real marquee games this week. We've got Ohio State going out to Nebraska. 22-point game there. The last I saw, Wisconsin hosting Purdue, an interesting Boilermaker team that got a win against Minnesota in a rain-delayed contest last week. And Michigan, always struggling in recent years against Indiana, has a number of the big boys in the Big Ten have, and the Wolverines, of course, with a quarterback situation with Milton Spate on the bench. So not a marquee situation in the Big Ten in terms of matchups this week, but possibly some underdogs with a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the Indiana game. I think they keep it close against Michigan. Like you said, this is a pretty lame week. I don't think there's going to be a ton of intrigue in many games in the Big Ten. I think Indiana will keep it close against the Wolverines just because I'm starting to wonder about this offense. I bought into Michigan a week ago. I thought they were going to really run all over Michigan State. It didn't happen. The rain played a little bit of a factor in that, but nevertheless, no excuse for the Wolverines losing that game. Maybe you see a little bit of a hangover from them. Indiana will be up for this game. They are the type of team, they've done it in the last few years under Kevin Wilson. It's a new head coach now. They give these teams scares. They have played really, really well against a lot of teams. Earlier this season, they held with Ohio State for a half. So look for Indiana to maybe give Michigan a run for a little bit. And then Wisconsin-Purdue is another interesting one. Purdue kind of started off looking pretty good. They played Louisville close. Then they blew out Ohio, who's a pretty good team out of the MAC. Then the wheels kind of fell off against Michigan late in that game. And now all of a sudden we're wondering, is it the Purdue team that kind of started out strong, or are we starting to see the Purdue team we expected to see all along? I think Wisconsin's better than Michigan at this point, and Michigan beat Purdue by 18. So I would lean towards Wisconsin maybe pulling away in that game, covering the 17-point spread. But at the same time, we don't really know how good Wisconsin is. They haven't really exactly looked like world beaters against a pretty weak schedule so far this season. So a lot of toss-ups out there as far as the point spreads are concerned, but I'm not calling for an upset in the Purdue game or the Indiana game or Ohio State for that matter. I think this is the calm before the storm in the Big Ten, because you see Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan, they're all going to start playing one another here in the next few weeks. That's when things really start to amp up in the Big Ten.